Hello, everybody. All right. So first off, sorry about earlier. I got cut off due in part to the fact the power in my basically my neighborhood, my general area got basically went out. So it also cut out my internet. So that's why it's all of a sudden disappeared. I didn't even realize I was gone for a couple minutes till I realized that the StreamYard was telling me that something went wrong. So No, but with that being said, of course, if you guys haven't already, if you guys can like and share this stream as well. This is just a continuation of what we did earlier. We're gonna get right into the wrestling wrap up and the this day in each history segments. Um, let's see. So we're just trying to wrap this up so we can at least get the full show and get the information out there. So, anyways, so we're gonna go right into the, as I said, the wrestling wrap up here. Look back to last night's AW Dynamite. Oh wait, why did I even do that? I normally don't show you guys that part. Oops. Oh well. That just shows you what's going on in my head right now. I'm like, that's what happens when things get thrown when you get thrown for a loop a bit there. So get a little nippy in the head. But anyways, all right. So on last night's Dynamite, as AEW continues to make its way towards its Forbidden Door pay per view coming up 2 weeks from this Sunday on the 24th. Um, on last night's Dynamite, opening match saw John Moxley of the Death Riders with, of course, Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta corner defeat Mike Bailey with Kevin Knight in his corner in a singles match. In a four-way qualifier for the Forbidden Door Forbidden Door, I guess four-way that will be happening for the AEW TBS title. Alex Windsor with Tony Storm in her corner defeated Billy Starks, who had Athena in her corner, Queen Aminata, and Sky Blue. So Alex Windsor becomes, I guess, the second of three contenders who will be competing against Mercedes Moné for the TBS title at Forbidden Door. In the other semifinal for the AEW Tag Team Title Eliminator Tournament, Brodito of Ring of Honor World Champion Bandito and Brody King defeated the Young Bucks. Brodito now goes on to the finals to take on FTR, with the winner getting a shot at AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Syndicate, Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. In the main event, saw MJF defeat Mark Briscoe in a one-on-one match. So that's all we got for the AEW side of things. Now to kind of look now, since some time had passed, I was considering just going over the results already, but I decided that I was going to just go ahead and talk about what's on tap for tonight's Impact and Ring of Honor, and then give the results tomorrow as I normally do. So on tonight's Impact, which is coming from the Thomas M. Ryan Center in Kingston, Rhode Island, with Tom Hannafan and Matthew Rainwright on commentary on AXTV. Opening match saw in a match for the TNA International title, Steve Macklin retained by a double countout with Jake something. I'm sorry. No, I said we weren't going to go over the results. Sorry. So the opening match for tonight's TNA Impact was going to be Steve Macklin defending the international title against Jake Something. Zaya Brookside and Lei Ying Lee will be taking on the Elegance brands Heather by Elegance and M by Elegance. Vicious Vicky will be taking on the recently debuted Mara Sade. JC Jane defends the TNA Knockouts World title against Ash by Elegance. And Mustafa Ali will be taking on Joe Hendry. So now Ash by Elegance, of course, is utilizing her title shot here, I guess. So with that, now moving on to Ring of Honor. Moving on to Ring of Honor. Moving on to Ring of Honor here. Oops. No, I did that. Ring of Honor Club, which is coming from the Byline Bank Aragon Ballroom in Chicago, Illinois, with Caprice Coleman and Ian Riccaboni on commentary. The CMLL tag team of El Sky team of Mascara Dorado and Mystica. Oh, sorry, hold on. I goofed again. All right. So, anyways, the card we'll see in tag team action: Blake Christian and Lee Johnson taking on CMLL's El Sky team of Mascara Dorado and Mystico. Athena and Billy Starks are set to take on a mystery tag team. Jay Lethal and Satman Singh with Karen Jarrett in their corner will be taking on GPA and Hunter Holdcraft. The Dark Order of Evil Uno, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver will be taking on CMLL's Los Desperados of Magnus, Rugido, and Volido Jr. In a proving ground match for the Ring of Honor World title, in which if the challenger wins or draws, he'll earn a shot at the Ring of Honor World title. Gringo Loco will be taking on Bandito to try to earn a shot at the Ring of Honor World title. So that's all I got for the wrestling wrap-up. So now what we're going to do, and if you haven't already, you guys can help out by liking and sharing the stream so we can get to more friendly people. Also, if anything we talk about grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and I'll try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. So, anyways, as we continue on here. So now with today being Thursday, August the 7th, 2025, let's take a look back at this day in Nietzsche history. And of course, the first thing I'd like to do is I'd actually like to wish a happy 50th birthday to two very incredibly talented women. So first off, I'd like to wish a happy 50th birthday to Christy Hui, a Chinese producer who is the creator of Shaolin Showdown and Shaolin Chronicles. So happy 50th birthday to her. And also happy 50th birthday to Charlize Theron, a South African American actress, known more for her regular movie roles, but she did voice Morticia Addams in the 2019 The Addams Family and The Addams Family 2, two more recent animated versions. She also provided the voice of Monkey in Kubo and the Two Strings. Happy 50th birthday to both Christy Hui, the Chinese producer who gave us Shaolin Showdown, Shaolin Chronicles, and Charlize Theron, who provided the voice of Morticia Addams in the Addams Family 2, the two most recent animated movies. So now, moving on to the next piece in Nietzsche history, as we move ahead to the year 1996, 29 years ago today, As on this date, 29 years ago today, back in 1996, the 15th issue of DC's Sovereign 7 went on sale on its date back in the year 1996. It sold for $1.95 with 32 pages. The story was Prom Night and written by Christopher S. Claremont. So Chris Claremont, aside from his work on X-Men, also did some work for DC, apparently. Penciled by Dwayne Turner, inked by Christopher Ivey, lettering done by Richard Starkings, and Gloria Vasquez did the coloring. So, 29 years ago today, the 15th issue of Sovereign 7 went on sale from DC. Now, moving on to the year 2000, 25 years ago today, on this date, 25 years ago today, WCW held its Go Home Raw before the New Blood Rising pay-per-view from the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. The main event saw Kevin Nash and Sting defeat the Steiner brothers. Also, Booker T retained the WCW World Heavyweight title over Lance Storm in his preparation for his match against Jeff Jarrett at New Blood Rising. Jeff Jarrett, of course, in his preparation, defeated Mike Awesome. In a pipe on a pole match, Scott Steiner defeated Sting. In preparation for the Judy Bagwell on a forklift match, Buff Bagwell teamed with his mother, Judy Bagwell, to defeat Kanyon and Pamela Paulshock. In a match for the WCW World Tag Team titles, Chronic, Brian Adams and Brian Clark retained over Mark Jindrak, Sean O'Hare via DQ. The night opened up with the Dark Carnival of the Demon, Great Muta, and Vampiro defeating the Young Dragons of Jamie-san, Kazayashi, and Yang. So, and moving on to the year 2015 here, as soon as we get all this cleared out. On this date, 10 years ago, in the year 2015, Studio Dean's, the part 2 of Studio Dean's OVA, Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, premiered on this date 10 years ago. So 10 years ago today, part 2 of Studio Dean's OVA, Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinjo, premiered on this date back in 2015. So with that, I thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you for bearing with the little technical difficulty from earlier. I hope you guys did enjoy both parts of the show. We're back here with more Niche News tomorrow. So with that, I thank you all for being here, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.